Well, hello and welcome back to the West Ham Network. You've obviously just witnessed West Ham get beat 1-0 away to Everton, and I'm not going to lie, I'm pissed off after that performance. I really am, and I'm trying my best to be mindful of what I'm going to say without getting really angry and saying something I regret, because for me, I think we lost that game. I think potentially the decision to start some of the players that Moyes made lost us the game. You all know I'm a half-glass full West Ham fan normally, and I am. But I am struggling with this one. You know, we had an opportunity here to turn up to a team that are struggling in Everton. They are struggling. They're not scoring goals. I know they need to change something for their season, but they just look like they had the fight and the determination to win that game. Now, I trust that we've got a good squad, a strong squad. But by this game, by game 7 or game 8, whatever this game is today, you need to be playing your best 11. And when I say your best 11, I don't buy that players need the bedding in period. I've seen enough from players like Max Cornet that he starts the game. I genuinely have, because I don't doubt that Fornals is a good player. I don't doubt that players that we've been playing are good players. What I doubt is the fact that we need change. We need something different. And Cornet offers us that. Some other decisions to bring players on and off the park, I don't agree with, in terms of the likes of Paqueta. I thought he was putting his foot in, getting something around there. But there was an opportunity for West Ham when Paqueta, when we made the substitutions, I did not expect him to bring Paqueta off. You don't bring Paqueta off because you're bringing Cornet and Scamacca off. And the trio seem to make a difference when they play together. They can offer West Ham something as well. So I don't understand that decision making. But I think really we've probably lost the game. Really, essentially lost the game from the start. Lost the game from team selection. I'm sitting talking to my dad during that game, and I'm sitting there going, why the hell? I mean, even at half-time, like, where's Scamacca? What did we do in the first half that gave that team the opportunity to come back out in the second half and fight? I am sounding like I'm bashing, and I am bashing. I probably am. I think it's fine that we can criticise without calling for someone's head. I'm not calling for Moyes' head here. I'm criticising because I'm like, I don't understand. We're offering nothing. We have done nothing in that first half at all that gave West Ham anything to shout about. And they've gone into the dressing room. And surely if you're Scamacca, surely if you're Cornet and you're on the bench, you're sitting there, you're going, I'm gonna get on now because I can offer something a bit different. I can, coming off the bounce of a good game, coming off this, like 30 minutes, 25 minutes for Scamacca at the end of the game is not enough. It really isn't. What's that going to do for him? What is that going to do for him? I can only pray and hope, right? I can only hope that come the Wolves game that something has to change. I'm not digging out Antonio. I'm saying Antonio actually had an okay game. I just think he never got the service. But I'm digging out the situation. I'm digging out the reading of the situation. We're struggling. We need points. We need goals. So why do you play that setup? Why do you do that setup? It's so frustrating. I feel like I could go off on a major tangent here. I'm not going to go off on the major tangent. Actually, I might even go and get my dad in for a chat as well, because that might help me calm me down. This is what happens when you get a live review on the West Ham Network, when you bring people in to have a chat. But I think it'll be good to get his opinion on it. I've just called him through. He's coming in, so we'll have maybe a better head on it than maybe me as such. But yeah, a very frustrating afternoon. Now we've got the break, and now we need to bounce back. We've got a very important October, huge important October. 9 games in October, 4 games in November to play, to now try and get some consistency. Dad, you're obviously joining me now, so I've started off, and I think I sound like I'm ranting.
Yeah, we're all ranting.
But me and you were talking there, and we were saying, where was Scamacca?
I know.
What is it? What's going on?
Well, I think when we were talking the other day, I felt that I thought he might have brought Scamacca on earlier than he did, but I don't know. I really don't know what's happened there today. I just can't work it out. The game changer there. There's only one game changer that come on for us.
Cornet,
yeah. I thought Cornet played brilliantly well. I mean, he was doing what I was hoping Skamaka was going to do.
So I think the question I've got to ask to you then is, the first half was dire. It wasn't great.
No.
So when you go in the first half, what goes through the head of maybe? I know we don't know the answer, but we're just talking generically here. What goes through the head of, say, David Moyes to go, I'm going to put the same 11 back out there to see if you can change it up? And the first thing you said to me was, "Why is Skamaka not on the field?"
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing. I would say.
Not even just him or Corey. Why is no substitutions being made?
Moyes is not going to. He's not going to make massive changes right after the first. It doesn't matter what game we're playing. He's not going to make massive changes early on. He's not going to. That's not in his nature to do that. However, I do feel that's perhaps the only criticism, if you want to throw that out there, is that Skamaka should have come on earlier. I think because just purely for how Harry's played in the European games. I think he's worthy of coming on, and because that goal that he scored the other night when he just like turned and hit it, Everton scored with that goal today.
That's it.
Exactly. Everton did that.
I think my biggest concern here now is, another concern I've got is that when you look at other teams signing players, right? So you've got Mapai, you've got Isaac from Newcastle. Yeah. He's signed and he's straight into the team. Yeah. And now he's got 2 goals in the Premier League. Yeah. So he's off the mark. Yeah. Mapai, 1 goal in the Premier League. He's off the mark. Skamaka's off the mark in the Europa.
So what you're saying is you want Moyes to do that. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that when I see this trio of players, Corney, he's been in the, he was a flash. He was what's the word I'm looking for? He was a breath of fresh air in the second half.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Like for however many minutes he got, he caused them problems. He caused them a bit of concern. And Skamaka, he's not got enough time to make a big, massive impact. No, but he was in the right place.
But you've got to listen to what Moyes is saying is he's not. They've not bedded in yet. That's what he said. We either believe in what he's saying, or we just chuck everybody on.
But what I don't understand is I get what he's saying, but the argument to that is, why are loads of other teams just throwing their players in then? What's the difference between them? Because Skamaka's had a pre-season. Skamaka's played. Isaac's played. Yeah. All the players that are in these teams are playing. Haaland's the same. Yeah. I know he was there. I'm just saying, I know he was saying he was signed earlier in the season. But the point is, for me, we've not signed this amount of players for such a long time. We've been, it's the same old West Ham. And I think Frank Lampard, I think if you're West Ham, the opposition looking at West Ham today, you're looking at our lineup, you're looking at our starting 11, and you're going, right, we know what they do. We know what Fornals does. We know what Sufal does. We know what Souček, what Declan Rice does.
Basically, you're saying bring somebody on that they don't know. That's what.
Someone new, something fresh. That's why we brought them in.
Yeah, but he played. What's his name?
Paqueta.
He played him.
Yeah, then they brought him off.
Yeah, brought him off. Yeah.
What was your honest opinion on that? I mean, we can be critical. There's no point. No harm being critical.
I feel that he's. I like the way he plays. Everybody likes the way he plays. Sorry, rephrase that. I like the way that he tackles. He does the South American way. Doesn't care. Goes down, gets up. There's no messing around with him. So I was surprised when he took him off, because he's somebody that can create as well. He can do something on his own. However, when Cornet came on, I actually thought then it would have been quite good at that point to bring on Skamaka. Cornet, Skamaka. Bang.
Yeah, double.
Yeah, because
really good goal. The substitution at that point was Ben Rama, which
I'm
not.
He's
had a good start to the season, but then he's not been featuring as much recently.
No.
But for me, the impacts would be Skamaka and Corney, or the trio. Like, I don't know what the difference was in bringing Skamaka on 5 or 10 minutes later than what he did.
I think Moyes, though, both teams today, 4 points, no wins. So really, what they were both doing.
Well, we have got a win. We've got a win.
Yeah, we've got a win. But Lampard and Moyes today, I felt we're looking at this game as we cannot afford to lose it. We can't lose this game. No, it doesn't matter. Both teams.
Yeah, but the point is,
and that made for a dire first half.
Yeah, it was a dire first. It wasn't. I mean, listen,
Everton played better than us in the first half.
Yeah, but equally though, what we're saying is, I'm not saying that Everton played amazing football.
No,
I thought some of their attacks were good. I thought Iwobi played quite well for them. I thought Gray played well for them. Yeah. But I don't remember particularly that they were making mistakes. They were making errors. And in several different occasions, there was a couple of times I felt like, oh, can't we just put the ball in the back of the net? Yeah. But there's just something not concerning. I said this in one of the shows I did earlier this week. we've got 9 games in October, and I feel like our season's been quite stop-starty. A mixture of the reason that games were cancelled, a mixture of the reasons that Skamaka took on a virus, hasn't been great coming back to fitness.
That's the point. Yeah.
And Moyes is being a little bit reserved in his approach to starting these new players. But come October against Wolves on the 1st of October, we've got 9 games in that month, including the 4 before the World Cup break stops. So we've got the first time we've got consistency for 6 solid weeks. These players need to be in that team and playing from the start. Because it's not that I'm digging out Antonio here. I thought Antonio actually had a good game. I just don't think he got the service.
No.
But for me, it's like start Skamaka and make Antonio the impact. Well, surely, if you're going to try and play both of them, surely Antonio offers you more from an impact sub than what Skamaka does, who's supposed to be the Italian number 9 striker. He's got to start now. He's got to. And he's got to get a run of games.
I think you'll find Skamaka himself he wants to start.
Absolutely.
There's no question about that. He does. He wants to get on there and do it. I mean, as I said, the one goal that he scored when he just turned, like Everton scored today, when he did that the other night against Silkeborg, then I was thinking, God, we just do that in the match, get the ball to him, turns and hits it. Like he's been doing in Serie A. Like he did in Serie A. So, I'd agree with that. He's got to come on. Moyes is still going to play. He's not going to change from embedding players in.
Well,
giving them time. He's not going to change.
He's not. And I'm not saying this. I'm saying what loads of people in the chat are saying. There's a lot of mixed opinions on Moyes.
Yeah, of course,
So are we saying then that Moyes' tactical decisions right now is potential? Like, do you put that game today on Moyes' decisions and the players? Or is it just that Everton turned up? I don't think Everton turned up, to be honest.
No, Everton didn't turn up. I mean, to be honest, although I'm saying that, I felt like a couple of the players, Andre Gray, did play well today. Demarai Gray, he played really well. Andre Gray. Demarai Gray played really well today. And so really, you've got to take that into account. They played good. So, I mean, if perhaps it had been an ordinary turn up for Everton today, then perhaps Moyes might have been a bit, I don't know. I just don't know. He was worried. Moyes was worried today. He was worried.
So I think you've hit the nail on the head there. If Moyes is worried,
he is worried,
then you set up as a worried team. So therefore, you probably set up a little bit more defensive. So I'm going to talk to you about a player who I love and still's got a bright future at West Ham in Pablo Fornals. But what you get in Pablo Fornals is someone that sits in and protects alongside those players there if you need them. But I don't think we needed that today. I think Everton were there for the taking from the start. And this is why I'm calling for the likes of Cornet to start, because I think about all his impacts in games. He had an impact today. He had, 2 or 3 attempts on goal.
But when he goes home tonight and he realised, when Moyes looks at the table tonight, as we're looking at the table at the moment, he's going to make changes.
But we think this.
I know, but he will.
Right. So the question I'll ask you then is: come Wolves, he doesn't change it. Where's your head at there? I'm not saying in terms of. I'm not saying. I know it's hypothetical, but I'm not saying that you're going to turn around and say Moyes has to go.
No, he's not. I'm not saying.
I'm not saying that. But I'm trying to find out, like, at what point does it click? Because I feel like there's been several times, and I'm like, click.
Look at the table, then it will click. He's got to click. It will click with him. He's got to get these players on. Why are we paying so much money for players that we're not playing? That's what you're saying. And it's true. However, his answer to that is they're not bedded in yet. How do we know what's going on in training? We don't know. Are they bedded in? Are they not bedded in? I don't know.
I think a few other concerns is, I mean, Sefao, I love him. I think he's got a future, some role at West Ham to play, but he is slow in the uptake.
What are you going to put in?
Well, the issue you've got there is, well, no, he's injured. So
I know, but who are you going to put in?
So the issue you've got is, if once we get fully fit, I mean, honestly, I would really consider potentially Dawson, Zuma, and then pushing Kira out to the right-hand side. I really would. I think that is going to be something that could really help us in the short term until Aguerd comes back, or even if it's Ogbonna. But I think we really need that issue resolved, because they were attacking. Demarai Gray played well. He got man of the match. He got man of the match. He was attacking Sefao's side all game. And people dig out Creswell, very quick to dig out Creswell. And I didn't think Creswell had a great game, but I don't think he was as bad as Sefao was today. So it's just disappointing, because we really, I get we have time to bed these players in. I understand that. I understand West Ham are going through the transition. I feel like we can turn this round, and I feel like we can. However, we can only turn it round if teams don't know what is coming at them. And I think my biggest concern here is currently teams know what to expect from West Ham, because if you have, I'm trying to think of the team. You've got Fabianski, who started last year. You've got Zuma, who started last year.
To be fair to that, though, I mean, if you talk about Scamacca playing, every one of these teams that you're telling me don't know how we play, I've only got to watch Serie A to see how he plays. Then you can see the way he plays. So they do have the information there to go against Scamacca. Scamacca can only come on and do what he can do. But however, they've already done their homework on him from what they've seen in Serie A.
Yeah, but that doesn't count for it though. I mean, you've played with the same West Ham team. You've got Fabianski, you've got Safal, you've got Zuma, you've got Creswell, you've got Rice, you've got Soucek, you've got Fornals, you've got Bowen. That's 8. I'm trying, and Antonio, that's 9. You've started with 9 players that started the game for the last 2 seasons, solidly, pretty much for the last 2 seasons, and I think Russ has put the comment in here. There's loads of comments, but let me just put this one in. It makes a good point. Where are we? Let me just find it here. We haven't played consistently well since November. Our Europa League exploits overshadowed the league form, and it's true. We haven't. I think it's been since about November. It's nearly a year going on. That's why I'm personally desperate for the fresh approach, the new approach that when you play the likes of Scamacca, Paqueta, and Corney up top. Yeah. Then teams don't know what to expect. You've seen it against Silkeborg. We caused them problems. We didn't finish the game off, but do you know what? We didn't finish the game off because we turned up, made changes in the second half, and sat back and invited Silkeborg on.
Should we ring him up tonight?
No, but I know it. Yeah, but we're you know, I'm a very, very positive West Ham fan. I think you are as well.
Of course we are.
But it's good. I think we need to be a little bit critical right now because that's not good enough.
No, that wasn't good enough. No, I know, but I don't know. We've just got to. We're gonna have to put the faith in Moyes, whether we like it or not.
I know.
I mean, he's bought. You can't argue with all the players. And when you're talking about Fornals, you bought him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
bought
Pellegrini, but he played him. He changed Antonio, so he's done well for us. So we can't just ram it.
No, I don't really. I'm not ready for it. Yeah, I don't mean it, but I just want changes, and I think you do want change. Do you know what? At the end of the day, you want changes. You said where's Scamacca?
Yes.
Why is he not coming on now?
No, I understand that.
Yeah,
because of what we've seen in Europa.
Yeah,
conference.
Right. Last comments. And I'm going to go through the comments.
Yep. I'm going, guys. Nice to see you. Keep the faith. We'll get there. Cheers. Come on, your hands.
You've seen plenty of good and bad from his West Ham years. Let me jump through the comments before I head. Where are we? Matt Foster says 4-2-3-1 is no longer working. We either need to go to 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 crosshammer. What manager can we get in right now? We have Moyes on players, so we as well stick with it. Otherwise, we risk the same old. Listen, I sound like I'm moaning. Moyes, for me, he does absolutely not. He's not leaving. 2 up, 2 down hammers. Surely things will get better. I agree with you, Leanne. So that is a performance of a team heading one way. Jay Hilton, I think that Poch will go West Ham. Scamacca, Benny and Corney have to start. Scamacca, Corney and Paqueta, to be honest, Michael, they have to be the front 3. The season was always going to be a tough one. Moyes has to go now. International break will be ideal time to bring in a new manager. Our league form has been crap all season. In the end of last season, Europe has been covering up the cracks. Listen, I know we're all entitled to our own opinion. I don't agree with it, but I'm not calling for Moyes at all. Back to life, back to reality. Don't say that, mate. We can't expect Scamacca to change things in 20 minutes. I agree with you. Best thing about this result brings the end of the Moyes closer. Oh, Jim, our ball retention is poo. I'm now Moyes out. He clearly has lost his way again from Colin. Our prem form has been poor since January. I called Moyes out months back. Glad the fan base has finally seen what I could ages ago. Keith Fenn, we are chasing a game. Why not play 2 up front? We have to try just aim for top 10 and try and stay in the league till at least the end of the season. Scamacca starts, Antonio impacts sub. I completely agree with that sentiment. To be fair, Hammerhead, we had to give him a chance and change things, but he should go now. West Ham, £130 million relegation. English Yardie, it's just not good to watch since last January. Just play 4-4-2, no place for Paqueta. Really? And entertain the fans. We are West Ham, that's why we support the club. Every game we're banking on a good second half, just not good enough. Moyes out. Really interesting to hear people's opinion and split fan base. Really split fan base, especially in the comments. It doesn't mean it's, we could be the minority. I'm just trying to find where the comment jumped because there's loads in here. The new signing look duds, all of them. I think yeah, I don't agree with that. If we lose Moyes now, we really do risk relegation. No, we know Moyes could at least save us from that. No get rid now, can't be any worse. Moyes will take us down. I don't believe what Moyes said. He should have brought on, and again in the summer, not all at the end of the summer, and blame the players for not gelling. Moyes needs to go right now. Epic, 37 points from 34 league games equals Moyes out. That's, I mean, I know it's not a nice stat. It really isn't. If Moyes goes right now, the new manager has 2 weeks to prepare for the next game. Who will be our manager now? Ian, taking a risk on anyone, surely. Adam Cook, by playing together, you get better understanding who can learn in the game. But Moyes is just killing the team with the old crap. And teams have sussed us out. Relegation fodder. I think Moyes is near the end. It's time to go now. He has no idea. Same tactics. If we don't change the manager, we head to relegation fight. The players look down. No enthusiasm. Moyes doesn't know what his best team is still. Crosshammer, the longer we wait, the more points we drop. Moyes needs to go right now. It's really interesting to hear people's opinion. It's a shame Benny's shot didn't go in. Yep, players aren't up for the fight. Moyes not learning from his mistakes. Let's hope that GSB shows some backbone and bring in a new manager. Am I surprised we lost? No, Moyes is a big problem, guys. Moyes has talent, but he picks the same old players. Makes no sense. Sefal, Fornal, Souček, Bowen, they have been piss poor. Moyes chose them. Moyes is probably saving the best to last. Lack of positivity. Football has just cost Moyes his job. I hope. I honestly got to think that if we don't start differently in the next run of games in October, then October's going to be telling for West Ham. Absolutely telling. Everton play a striker and score. Shocker. Everton were rubbish. Arsenal fans were the same with Arteta. I called this loss from a long way. 100% Moyes starting lineup and no change at half-time. Arteta better than Moyes. Everton outclassed West Ham. West Ham were crap. Why set up like that against a team like Everton? Trini says it's weird result as the stats from the game favour us. More shots, more on the target possession. Bring me Pochettino. West Ham play way too deep. Moyes won't change subs, make changes. He is stubborn as a mule. Poch would never come to West Ham. Moyes is more experienced though. Yeah, I know he's stubborn, but at least give the team some time to adjust. Guarantee he's not changing the lineup next month. Wolves didn't score goals. God, so many comments in here. So many comments. Scotty Parker for us. Moyes would play 6 at the back if he could. After doing hammers and hammerettes, that was so painful to watch. We deserved the loss, if I'm honest. We didn't show up the first half, so slow, not interested. Only when subs come on, change game. Corny must start. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. I think what we need to do is really just kind of take our time, and I think I'm maybe going to just call off this. Grim viewing so far this season, yeah. It's been a tough one. It's been a tough one. No excuse now for Moyes after spending that amount of money. This will be his downfall. We're not massive. We are passive. Oh, God. We were in the top 5 last year for sprints and running, but we're 18th now, and that's where we are. So we need to play for each other, and it looks like we're not. Yeah, you can make a valid point there. Listen, we're not going to be doing any content tomorrow out of respect for Queen Elizabeth. So we'll probably have some stuff coming out for you later on tonight in justification for the shows that we normally do. So it's not been a great day at the office for West Ham. We've got an international break now. Time to mull over exactly what's gone right, what's gone wrong, and we need to kickstart the season in October. We need to use this break as a mini pre-season to get things going in the right direction. But thanks for watching. I know it's been crap. Take it easy. Come on, your irons.